Patrick Bateman wakes up at 5 a.m. every day. A perfect skincare routine. A perfect workout. A perfect suit. A perfect business card. But here's the truth. None of this makes him human. It makes him hollow. American Psycho isn't just a movie about a serial killer. It's a movie about a culture that created him, the 1980s obsession with consumerism, status, and hyper-masculinity. And today, we're breaking down how Patrick Bateman became the perfect man of his era, and why that makes him terrifying. To understand Bateman, you have to understand the 1980s. This was the age of Wall Street excess. The motto was, if you're not rich, you don't exist. People used money to buy identity. Designer suits, expensive restaurants, brand name, everything. In Bateman's world, your worth is measured by what you own, not who you are. Everyone looks identical. Everyone speaks the same business slang. Everyone is competing to look better than the next guy. And in that culture, Bateman fits perfectly. He becomes exactly what the era wants. A product disguised as a person. Let's talk about that famous morning routine. Most of us do skincare to feel good. Bateman does skincare to erase himself. He says, there is an idea of Patrick Bateman, not a man, not a personality, an idea. The movie shows this routine in a cold, almost robotic way. The tone tells us this isn't about self-care. It's about performance. He's creating a mask that he thinks society will accept. Strong, handsome, disciplined, successful. But behind that mask, nothing. He admits it himself. I simply am not there. Now, one of the most iconic scenes, the business cards. Why are grown men sweating over tiny pieces of paper? Because in this world, masculinity has become a competition. Who has the better font? Whiter paper? More elegant finish? It's ridiculous, but that's the point. These men have replaced real identity with aesthetic identity. Bateman nearly breaks down when Paul Allen's card is better than his. Not because of the card itself, but because it challenges his entire sense of self-worth. This is masculinity defined by appearance, not values. And Bateman's ego is so fragile that even a business card becomes a threat. Bateman's life revolves around one thing: consumption. He consumes fashion. He consumes food. He consumes music. He consumes people. And the movie makes this connection deliberately. Notice how he talks about music. Huey Lewis and the News. Phil Collins. Whitney Houston. His monologues sound like an Amazon product description. He's repeating critic quotes instead of having opinions. Why? Because he's a mirror of 80s culture. A culture where you don't need a personality. You just need a collection of expensive things. He doesn't feel the art. He consumes it like a machine. The same way he later consumes violence.
Is that Reed Robinson over there? You're freebasing or what? That's not Robinson. Well, who is it then? It's Paul Allen. It's not Paul Allen.
One of the most brilliant running jokes in the film is that nobody knows who anyone is. People confuse Bateman with other men constantly. He confuses others too. They all have the same suits, same glasses, same hair, same jobs, same obsession with restaurants. The point is, in corporate culture, individuality dies. It doesn't matter who you are, only that you fit the brand. This is why Bateman gets away with everything. Nobody cares enough to notice. The more violence he commits, the more the movie tells us that the real crime is how invisible everyone is. His confession at the end. This confession has meant nothing as powerful, because it's true. In this system, nothing matters but money. People often see Bateman as someone obsessed with perfection, but the truth is, he's trapped by perfection. His routines are cold and mechanical. Every step is precise. Every decision is calculated. He believes that if he maintains perfection, he will feel something, anything. But he never does. The more perfect he becomes, the emptier he feels. That emptiness drives him into violence. Not because he loves killing, but because it's the only moment he feels alive. Even then, it's temporary. He's chasing sensations the way consumer culture taught him to chase objects. More, 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 more. And none of it satisfies. A big debate around American Psycho. Are the murders real? The movie keeps it ambiguous on purpose, and that ambiguity is important. If the murders are real, gives nobody notices, because society is too self-absorbed. If the murders are fantasies, gives Bateman is so empty that he has to imagine violence to feel powerful. Either way, the message is the same. Bateman is a product of a broken system, and his violence, real or imagined, is a reaction to that emptiness. Here's the real twist of American Psycho. The horror isn't Bateman. It's the world around him. A world where success matters more than humanity. Where men compete over meaningless details. Where emotions are weaknesses. Where identity is a brand. Where nobody truly sees each other. Patrick Bateman is the perfect man of the 1980s. Handsome, rich, stylish, disciplined, emotionless, consumable. He is exactly what the culture wanted. And that's why he's terrifying. Patrick Bateman isn't a monster. He's a mirror reflecting the emptiness of a society obsessed with perfection.